Aries, the energy still feels really raw and intense right now. It still seems like something is ready to move in your life. And I see two people hesitating and testing one another just to see how deep the connection really is or how far you'll go to get their attention. Under this Scorpio new moon, emotions will run deep and words will cut to the core. There's going to be what's called a Kazemi moment that burns away any confusion. So by the time the moon will shift into Sagittarius, the situation will start to accelerate. I feel like it'll start to accelerate. The energy doesn't promise permanence, but it does invite the truth. And that'll be what clears the path for what's meant to stay in your life. So welcome back to my channel and your weekly love reading. I hope you're having an amazing Scorpio season so far. And so this reading is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We'll take a look at who's in your energy right now, what they're feeling, and what Spirit wants you to know about where things are going to go or where they're heading, right? And then we're always going to go through Aries through Pisces, and I have a lot of new people here. This is just a portion where I dive into each individual zodiac signs. I'll look at their thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you. All right. Sometimes it resonates, sometimes it doesn't. So ground yourself, set your intentions, and let's get into it. All right, Aries. So I've done quite a bit of shuffling here. I have the Four of Pentacles, right? The overall energy. It just feels, look at this, the Lover's card. I mean, this just matches the frequency of the energy. You know, Queen of Pentacles, somebody, it could be an earthy energy that you're connected to, right? But it feels like, I'm really contemplating. I'm really trying to, ground myself, ground in. It's like passion wants to ground itself in right now. And maybe, people are just feeling a little overwhelmed with just chemistry and things getting exciting and then all of a sudden dying out quickly, and it's like, what the hell, everything was so great one moment and then the next moment it just feels like it doesn't go anywhere. And I feel like, this is where it feels like a natural turning point. People are, your person is just saying, I really am feeling like I need something a little bit more stable, a little bit more grounded in my life. And it looks like the two of you could be mirroring each other. I do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here, and this is the Lover's card, which is Gemini energy. So you could be connected to those zodiac signs. But it feels like I need security. I really need to feel secure in a relationship. And that's both of you sort of mirroring each other, maybe triggering that in one another. And do you see this look like curious about or testing one another just to see if this really could be something? This could be more. Is this what I'm looking for? Will I be safe with this person? Aries, that might be just you saying, will I be safe with this person? Can I finally let my heart open and see where this goes? And it just feels like both of you have sort of a grip on your hearts right now and trying to control your emotions, trying to control the scenario. So let's see your energy. Okay, I got the Empress. So I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles and I'm seeing the Empress card. Now, I don't care about your gender. This is just showing that you guys are, in your feminine energies, really. This is unconditional love. This is wanting to build a relationship with somebody, really feeling like you want to be cared for. You want to care for somebody else. You really want to nurture something, so or feel like something has gotten started. And it's like, when's it going to manifest for me? And this is an energy, even with the Queen of Pentacles, of sort of leaning back and letting things happen naturally. So it's hard when both of you are kind of mirroring each other with this sort of leaned back energy, like who makes the move. And this is where you could possibly always feel, like you're the one that needs to, right? You have that impulsive, fiery sense about you where, all right, somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to make this sheet happen. You know what I mean? And it's like, but right now, I just feel like it's happening on its own. It's going to happen naturally because you both are pondering your feelings about one another and both wanting something to feel more safe and secure. So what is your obstacle or what are you facing right now? I see the Knight of Swords, right? So it's obviously conversation. How do we turn this conversation from being, superficial into something a little bit deeper? It seems like we talk a lot, we communicate a lot. One minute it might feel like it's going this way, it seems like it's going good. Next minute it may seem like I just don't know what the purpose of this relationship is. Is this the one? Is this somebody that I can build a future with? Is this who I want to be with, the mama of my babies, my mama, my baby mama, right? And but I am seeing here the Knight of Swords. It's like you both are questioning everything. Now you could be assuming, this Knight of Swords, which is an air energy. This is why I go through Aries through Pisces, because a lot of signs will show up in the main reading, and that's where it can get confusing. So the Knight of Swords does give a Gemini energy, and it gives that sort of networking type of communication where we're getting along, we're flirting, we're chatting, we're keeping things lighthearted, but I really want to ground in on things and deepen things in this relationship. But you may be making assumptions. It could be your challenge. You're assuming that maybe your person doesn't really feel the same way, or you're assuming that it's going to be like the way it was in the past. You've already seen the red flags. And this is where, this moment that's coming in, it could really deepen the connection between you and another person. But I want to, make it clear that you'll know if this permanency, because we can have these moments with people, but then they can shift on us again, right? So this doesn't mean that something is going to be permanent, but it will show you the direction of a relationship and whether or not it is going to sustain, it's going to grow into something more. Now, the energy coming towards you is the Ace of Cups. So you see somebody here who's developing feelings for you. All right. They are feeling the love. They're feeling something more than just passion. Right. There is a new energy that is, and this is where it feels different to me. For you, it feels like, yeah, it's raw and intense. We got this, the season that we're in right now brings all that, and a lot of the things that are going on in the stars brings that energy, right? But you've got the passion things. That's not a problem. It's not the chemistry, it's not getting what you want most of the time, but it's getting that love, that deeper love, and knowing where something stands. And this is where I'm seeing the energy shift from maybe fast and fun and lighthearted, and the chemistry is real, but it's forming into love. So the relationship there's a turning point here. Now their obstacle, and I have the Hierophant. All right. So obviously you're dealing with somebody who, this is telling me two different stories. You've got somebody thinking about long-term commitment. You've got somebody evaluating their life, their feelings, their relationship status, what they want. And the Hierophant is showing me a deeper level of commitment. So you're changing somebody. All right. It's getting real. Their feelings, they're starting to really feel into their feelings. But you're also dealing with somebody who has been non-committal, right? Or has been keeping things in their life, basically just themselves, filling their own cup, not committing, not being steady with commitment. So this is where it could be a challenge of, do I trust again? Am I just going to allow this to, and you have the Empress card. So the Empress card is telling me, to trust and see where it takes you, with no expectations. So their next actions is the Wheel of Fortune, right? So there's that turning point. It looks like somebody wants to come back around, and they're testing this, right? Taking a risk, right? So over time, things are shifting with you and this person, but you can see the movement, things starting to roll forward, right? It feels like a very good situation, not a karmic anymore. So if it is a karmic situation for some of you, it could be somebody coming around to say, hey, I've learned my lesson here. I know there's something deeper here, all right? But that's where the ball's in your court. That's discernment too as well. But I am seeing here very positive energy of love, like love is turning around for you. There is something real getting started here. All right. I do feel, the Five of Cups, somebody here is just not feeling fulfilled. They're feeling disappointed in their life. They're feeling maybe like they've been let down, and they are feeling lonely. This is a card of loneliness. This is where that Ace of Cups comes in and takes that Five of Cups and says, let's make it real. Let's make it a Six of Cups. Like, let's, turn over a new leaf. Let's get things going. You know, I'm tired of feeling lonely or sad with my situation. And so this could be somebody that when they are sad or lonely, they fill their time with distractions. All right. So that could be a sign of your person. Like they will just do things, the weirdest things, or get compulsive about things because they don't want to face their fears of loneliness as well. I am seeing the outcome is the 9 of Cups, all right? So this is the card of, you know, the genie, your wishes granted. And it's showing very positive movement this week when it comes to you getting what you want or feeling very satisfied with the outcome of your relationships. All right, got to peel those layers open. So let's get into Aries through Pisces. And this is where I know I'm not always gonna, you know, remind you of this, but today I will. This is Aries through Pisces. This is a little section that grew into something that people just fell in love with. All right. It can or cannot resonate with the reading I just did. So that could be where it confuses people. And that is why I say set your intentions. Choose the sign that you're connected to, because this is Aries. I'm going to pull Aries through Pisces. So Aries connected to an Aries connected to a Taurus, etc. Right. And it'll give me, you know, any additional thoughts, feelings, or intentions. And I'll also pull a stargazing oracle card to see what kind of connection it is, or what the stars are saying about this connection. And so take it with a grain of salt. But here's where I see synchronicities. I have the Ace of Cups. All right. Your person coming towards you is the Ace of Cups. Right? So this is showing me that potentially there's a new start coming in with you and your relationships. Now, this portion can show me if you're dealing with the same shit or if there's something turning around. So let's get into it. Aries, you with another Aries, Page of Wands. You both are on the same page. Now, you're both very attracted to each other. All right. And look at that Queen of Pentacles. You both wanting to ground in on a relationship. They see a sturdy, safe relationship with you. You've got them contemplating. All right. Aries is over here saying, you know, we need to make things real. We need to step up. You know, I can see long term with you. All right. So very independent energy. Both of you have this very independent energy. And this could be what really draws the two of you together. And I see the King of Wands. All right. So you both are really a lot alike. And it seems that you guys are very passionate for one another. And you both see a future. So even with the Page going into the King of Wands, I see this relationship stepping up. All right. You have the second house, right? So very materialistic energy, a lot of work, money around this, and we're seeing security. So it feels like the two of you could really turn this into something that brings a lot of wealth in the future and a lot of stability and a lot of security. You guys have the same attitude towards life. All right. Taurus, I see the Page of Cups. I see the Seven of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. So they have more feelings for you than they're letting on. They may have been keeping it kind of friendly, you know, and maybe you don't trust them for some reason. You're feeling like something's off with your Taurus. I can see that they are developing feelings for you with the Page of Cups, but they're not being very honest with you right now. So that is brewing. I am seeing Uranus energy, and Uranus is in Taurus now, retrograde, for those of you astrology people. And that's telling me that, you know, expect the unexpected, right? Your Taurus may turn things around. Your Taurus may surprise you with the way they talk to you or communicating with you. Gemini, I have the Hanged Man. I have the Moon card, and I have the Eight of Cups. All right. So we do see things not really going anywhere. It seems like something's always changing. You can't really trust what's going on with a Gemini. You may be feeling like you're ready to walk away from this, but you feel something. You both feel something. But it does seem like the two of you are kind of hanging back, going your own way. But neither of you want to let go of each other. You still kind of think about each other or dream about each other, but you're not being honest with one another, or they're not being honest with you. Now, Aries, they're very intense about you. They're very attracted to you. All right. So the energy could speed up or accelerate or turn around. This is where that moon card dictates somebody's feelings are uncertain right now. Somebody's feelings are confusing you right now. So your best bet is to do you, walk away and see what this person says or does, right? Not hang on to this. This is too uncertain. All right, your person here, though, something is changing with your Gemini. So that it doesn't feel like the story, you can't expect the story to be over just yet. Cancer, Queen of Swords, the Sun card, all right, and the Eight of Swords. All right, Cancer really thinks highly of you. Cancer has a lot of love for you, or is really feeling a good friendship, good vibe with you. They think a lot about you. All right, it looks like they want to express their feelings to you, but they may feel like you're doubtful of them, or that you worry about everything, or you think the worst, right? Or you're always thinking they think the worst. Right? It seems like the complete opposite. I am seeing forgiveness and contemplation coming in. Changes are required, and it is asking you to keep trusting. All right, but discernment, please. Leo, we're seeing the Star, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. You and a Leo seem to be in alignment. You both kind of keeping tabs of each other. You feel this spiritual connection. It feels like you don't really have to do much with a Leo. It's going to come into alignment on its own. You're being divinely guided here. They're very attracted to you, and I do still see that they hope that they can move forward with you or see where this goes, or they still want to see where this will go. Now you have the moon energy here, so it does feel like your Leo's in their feelings. There could be another cycle coming around, but there could be a past that they're hoping that you guys can get past eventually. Virgo, the World card, the Eight of Wands, and the Justice. Things going to shift really quick with a Virgo. It looks like travel coming in, communication coming in, and justice coming in. It's like, I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for a new chapter. And I see the 11th house. So it feels like friendship turning into something more for some of you. I see the future, and I see your hopes and wishes coming in. All right. But it also could be the truth for some of you. Maybe this passion is turning into more of a friendship, more of a deep friendship. And honestly, that's usually what turns into later down the line, a stronger commitment. Libra, Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Libra's all about seeing where this goes, all right? They're very attracted to you. I see the North Node. So life purpose, a journey coming in, and karmic destiny between the two of you, all right? But you and your Libra, you're both very independent, very strong personalities, but you seem to get along very well, or will get along very well. Scorpio, Ten of Cups, Knight of Wands, Six of Wands. All right, so we're talking the passion is going to ground into something more like a relationship. Your person is thinking about a relationship. The Ten of Cups. They see you. All right, they see you, and you're finally going to be or feel recognized. All right, this can be stepping up, changing your status of a relationship, but it looks like things are going to start accelerating between you and Scorpio. All right, you're so close to achieving the goal. You're almost at the finish line. Sagittarius, Four of Cups, Three of Swords, they're hurting. And the Nine of Wands, but, you know, there's a setback here. They're hurting. You know, it's wearing them out, the separation or being alone, all right, their own life, feeling stuck. All right, so I do see allowing opportunity with effort. So it looks like they're coming back. They want to give this another go, but it's definitely, there's potential for growth. There's tempers involved, but there's also going to be some effort required with your Sagittarius. Capricorn, Judgment, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. All right, so they love you, but they may feel like it's best that you guys just go your own ways, right? There's a strong attraction with you when it comes to a Capricorn, but the Judgment, the Ten of Swords, they may realize they ruined something, or it's just it's gone. You guys, they really did a number. You did a number on each other, or they're dealing with something really painful in their life right now. So I do feel like healing is coming in here with a Capricorn. There is love there right now, but it might be too fresh of a wound. And I am seeing this new beginning, this ascendant energy, your style. Maybe you're getting yourself together, or you're approaching life different. You're doing something different, which is why they still have their eyes on you. Maybe they're second guessing whether they should have walked away or not. All right. But I am seeing here, there's something about what you're doing that they still are drawn to your aura and your appearance, and you made an impact on them. Aquarius, Lovers card, the King of Cups. Oh, they're following their feelings. You got an Aquarius here that is testing you, maybe wanting to deepen their connection with you. It's deeper than you might think, or they let on. I am seeing the Hierophant. It looks like they do want to step into a higher level of commitment. All right. And I am seeing the 9th house. So you're talking about very spiritual connection and making something real. Pisces. I see the 7 of Cups. I see the 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So Pisces is over here questioning whether or not you guys should make this more than just friends, or, maybe give into this more. 7 of Cups, they're falling for you, or they definitely see you as somebody who's the one that shines the most in their life. I'm seeing nothing is set in stone, so stay flexible. All right, the energy may be scattered right now or unstable with a Pisces because of that 7 of Cups here, but they're still questioning everything. So if you're still with me, I will do the yes or no bonus question that I do at the end as a bonus for watching the video all the way through, because it really does help. Meditate on your question. Ooh, this too many cards. I can't pull 3 cards. It's not helpful. I have a no. I have Venus energy. So the no is for the question on your mind, but something is changing. All right. You may be getting some truth or an apology or a conclusion with somebody, but you definitely will see the truth with a situation. You'll get communication from somebody that you've been waiting for communication, and you will know where things stand between you and another person. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Please hype, like, and subscribe. All your support has helped this channel grow so much, and you are greatly appreciated. So till next time, please take care.